Hey, good morning, everybody. January 16th, 2021. We're here at the shop. Daniel's wiping down the section where the new radiator goes in. We had that big bus radiator overhauled from 4104, 671 Detroit diesel. We had the factory radiator record. We took the upper and lower tanks and had them milled at the machine shop so that they're perfectly flat and mated it all back up. An A&A radiator here in Beaumont, Texas overhauled that radiator for me, did a great job. We put a fresh coat of paint on it and cleaned it all up, and we've got this big bird about ready to go together. As a matter of fact, I want to show you something you've never seen before. We made a custom built radiator shroud. Now this is our shroud. Daniel worked on this for just about a week, hand cutting foam core, and the foam core is fit to make all the drilled holes and openings in that original radiator. And then we fit it to accept the radiator, the fan shroud, the radiator hoses, all the mounts. And so it's all out of foam core, okay? And you go, okay, big deal, foam core, what's that gonna do? Well, now we can take that to our local aluminum sheet metal shop. They'll take that foam core apart with a razor blade, cutting it apart at its dedicated seams that we've tack welded together with hot glue. And so now that hot glue has become our weld seams for where we need to be, a dot here, a dot there, etc., to hold the model of the radiator shroud together. They'll bend it, cut it, shape it, then we'll come back and reassemble it just as it looks right now. It's going to be a great opportunity for us to see how good we are at fabrication in a model versus really using the alloy. So now, we're about to roll this motor hoist in and set that radiator in place. We like using the motor hoist. It's just a lot easier on our backs and fingers. We've got all hands free and we're ready to go. So it's a nice little cool, chilly day. We got a little heat on behind me. We got the doors down the shop, and Daniel and I are ready. So let's go to work. Okay, here we go, Daniel. You guide, I'll push. We'll get it in the neighborhood. All we gotta do is get close.
All right, stop.
Okay. All right, you want to come down just a little bit?
Yeah, you go down.
I'm gonna go down real slow. Okay. Here we go.
All right. You go back just a tiny bit.
Yep. Let me just go back.
Okay, there you go.
All right. All you gotta do is hit the stirrup on that far side. Remember that stirrup? That where you gotta make that beam overlap that.
Oh,
that
yes,
tooth.
yes, yes.
Okay, that's your first contact. Okay. Okay, you like that? Go down slow. Watch your blade. Here we go. Coming down. Coming down. Coming down.
All right.
Keep going.
No, I think that's as far as we can go down.
Okay.
And just come forward a little. Oh.
Okay, come forward.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, hold on.
Gotta roast the hole. You all right?
Yeah, you might want to take it on that side.
Yeah, we need to come to you. Are you touching?
Yeah.
So then we are too small on our shroud size.
Okay. Yeah, it needs to go down a lot, I see.
Yeah, it's gotta go down a lot. And so that's not gonna quite fit us either. 'Cause if we go down, it's not gonna fit.
Yeah, no. It doesn't look like the fan's anywhere near being centered with the radiator.
With the radiator?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so let's do this. Let's figure out if we need to, you know what we may do? We may pull the little border off right here. Just gently cut through it and get that out of our way.
It should just pop right off. I didn't do it very hard.
Right. Let's just save this, because we'll reuse it. Ooh, got a pretty good joint right here. Okay, I got this one. Okay. Folks, that's exactly why we're making the model. Some of the pieces of our model didn't fit just yet. We need to modify this, so we'll set it aside and keep going. All right, how we look? So far, so good?
Yeah, I think we can come down a little bit more.
Okay.
Just to see
Yep.
how far off we are.
All right. We look like we've got to go, by my calculations on my side, about a good inch.
Yeah.
You don't probably have that much on the top.
No, we got about a half. All right, stop.
Okay. That's pretty close right there. Let me look at that with you. So we gotta cut this piece.
Yeah. What if we took off
The face,
Yeah, and just
it's a good
see
idea.
how it lined up?
Let's pull it back,
Oh.
take off the face, set it aside, go from there.
All right, cool.
All right, can I leave it at that level?
Yeah, that's fine. Just go straight back. Yeah, we're good.
Right there. Okay, again, what we're doing in this situation is we're gonna take off the face of that shroud so we can check the circumference of that blade to that opening on this radiator. And it's all made where we can use utility knives and scissors to cut this foam core and get the fit that we need without causing some type of harm to the blade itself. So, one more feet. Okay. So, and it's made modularly on purpose, just like that. So we can always come back and put this together. As a matter of fact, this piece will be cut into 4 pieces, 4 quadrants, so that if we ever needed to take it off when the motor is in the bus, we can separate it top to bottom, side to side, and separate this shroud as well as the entire shroud in 4 pieces. And a lot easier to work on if you've got flexibility. And then we'll use pinch clamps and bolts going through that aluminum to hold it all together. So let's see what we can do to now get it a little bit closer. Now, mind you, we may have to cut this out.
Right.
So why don't we go ahead and get a marker in your hand? So if you've got to mark
Yeah, I
something.
think there's one on that table.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think our heater's working. We may have to turn this big bad boy down. Woo, we bought a new heater. It works. Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
We'll come forward just a little.
Go ahead. All right, you can go down a little bit now.
Okay. That's what I wanted to hear. 'Cause I don't need much. Look at those bolts on the side here. Right there. See those?
Yep. All right.
Good.
Yep. You forward.
Come forward. How you looking on that?
All right, stop. It just started touching.
Okay.
But I think once it's past,
Yeah.
once it's past that little lip, I don't think we'll have very many issues. But
So it's really overlapping that lap. That.
oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. So it's pretty big. So we've got to get. Of course, this thing's got to go back deeper. So this is where it's going to sit closer to there. All right, Daniel, what we're going to do? Let's take the pin. You're probably going to come over here like this and shave all of that down. Get as much as you can.
Just cut that.
Just cut that off.
Okay.
Okay, and you may have to leave you may have to move this or try to change this.
Yeah.
What we got on the other side? We looking pretty good? Well, we gotta cut it back too. Do we have to go down any more than we need?
We can go down.
No, till you mount your boat hose.
Oh.
Where you looking at that?
No, I think they're about level.
Can you put a boat through?
No, not without squishing.
No, without squishing it, but you're about level.
Right.
Right, just for the fun of it, we're gonna take off a 1/2 inch across the top,
Yes, that's fine.
just to give us a little more freedom. Something like that.
Yeah.
And that still gives us a liftable too. Where do we need to be on the bottom though, since we're getting close to where it needs to be? Do we need no bottom?
I guess so, because it looks like it's going to hit those bolts at the bottom though. Are we sure this is the correct radiator?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we think so.
Yeah.
We think so. So, okay. Okay. All right. Here's what we're gonna do. Let's take this off, trim it up, straight edge, razor knife, and go back and fit it. So we do it like we want. Let's take, like we said, take this down. Maybe take this piece completely off right now, see how far we can go, then we'll mark it again.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
so-
I'll probably have to move this.
So, here's your marker. Can I just back it out straight?
Sure.
Or is it hanging over there?
No, it's fine.
Here we go. Now, do we need to put it on our rolling bench and lay it face down so you can work on it better? Be better rather than it swinging.
I could probably do it on the table.
Well, what about that bench that we had where we just laid it back?
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
So I can jack it up.
Sure.
Set it
We'll
on
just
the
put it on
table.
the table.
Yeah, okay. Come down in the center, turn 90. There you go. Right there. Come in between the two as I get up higher. Alright, so we gotta turn it around. So we got to, okay. Back up just a little bit. We'll set it right there. You may have to kind of hold it because I need the back of it out to the edge here. Just push towards me on the radiator just a little bit. So that, yeah. All right, now pull it towards you. Pull the top of the radiator, let it lean towards you as I let it down. Come on. Pull over. Pull over the whole radiator. It's not gonna fall. Just let it keep going. Okay, ready? There you go. Okay. All right, now hold on. Maybe just help it. Okay. Here we go. Is it too close?
No, you're good.
There it is. Okay, you start whittling. Okay, folks, so what we did is we went ahead and took the radiator back out. We've made marks where we want to trim our foam core. As you can see, here's the areas I was talking about where they're pinched together. All of these represent a cross cut where 4 pieces will make a shroud. And so that's the beauty of working with a model in styrofoam. We can cut, trim, add, hot glue, create what we want, and then set it right back in place. We've missed this big housing here for part of the lower radiator hose, and we've made our own fabrication. Now you say, no, why didn't you use the original one? Well, the one we had was a wrong fit, wrong model. Somebody had adapted it over the 65 years life of this old bus. And that's what you find when you're restoring things. Things don't always fit as intended because more than likely somebody's changed it before you got there. So this is what we're dealing with today. We'll make a few quick changes. We've got a utility knife and a straight edge. We'll get it all trued up. We'll go back and fit in just a minute and catch up with you again. Thanks.